Looks like the Gyro Pro staffer too, so
Yeah.
put your hands together for Warren.
Yay!
Way to go, Warren.
Teach us out, Warren.
Yeah. So anyway, my name is Warren Fredrickson, and I've been kokanee fishing for about 57 years. I do the lure design for the kokanee and trout for Gyro lures. I've been on Rapala's pro staff for I guess about 25 years, maybe almost 30 years. And I tournament walleye fished all over the U.S., so I've been fishing since I was a little kid. So anyway, what I wanted to do was start out by just kind of showing some gear and talk about kokanee and what we need to do to catch them. And it's mainly about depth control, speed control, leader length, and colors. So if you want to catch them, best thing to have is downriggers, but you can catch them with either a diver or just using a weight if you can put out the right amount of line and get to the depth that the kokanee are at. You're going to need a good fish finder. I prefer the Garmin. I was on Lawrence's pro staff for quite a while, and I switched to Garmin because they're a little better fish finders. And anyway, the thing to do is you get your downriggers set up, and I got mine set where I can watch my downrigger weights on the fish finder, so I can tell my depth. So depth control is very important when you're kokanee fishing. Be right down in the schools and stay right with them. So let's say we're seeing the fish at 45 feet, and we'll just put the downrigger down about 42 feet, so it's just right above them. Sometimes we'll run the downrigger weight right through the middle of the school, but most of the time we like to be right above them. And then it seems like when you're putting your lure with the downrigger, you want your dodger and your lure maybe 12 to 20 feet behind the downrigger. They like a short setback. It works a lot better. They're attracted to the downrigger weight from what we can figure out. So they'll come up and they'll be right behind they'll be right, sometimes swimming right with the downrigger weight. We'll see them on the live scope. And they'll be right there alongside of it or just behind it. And so you want your gear pretty close to the downrigger. And then leader length is normally really important too. Depending on the dodger, you might only want it to be 6 inches the leader behind the dodger. And most of the time you want it about 8 inches to a foot, but no more than a foot. So let's see, what else should we talk about, James?
We got some.
Oh, yeah, we should show the lures here, I guess, yeah. So these are the gyro mule kickers. I designed them, and they work really good. They're just kind of a big spoon, and they got a real good kicking action. We use this, one of these clown hoochies quite a bit with a Max Smiley blade and UV copper. And I prefer the copper back on the mule kickers. James likes this. You got leaders hooked up, you're going to get tangled up. But James likes the nickelback. Same color. This color is really good. And then I make these little disc things and put a couple beads behind them, about that long a leader. Put a couple pieces of corn on that, and you'll catch all the kokanee you ever want to. It vibrates, so it's just a disc. Yeah. Nope. Made out of plastic. Whoop. Those sharp hooks. So the other thing we like to do is these are the Coke Killer spoons. They work good for trout too. You can put a night crawler on there with it, but different lakes like different colors of the dodgers, right? So the Wonder Bread seems to be good. And which lake did we decide it was the best on? New Maloney's? Yeah, New Maloney's worked good. I think it worked good up at Shaver Lake too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Shaver Lake we did pretty good. But the Coke Killer spoon we run it about a foot behind the dodger, and then on these little spoons like this, and then I run the leader about 3.5 inches back. So it's put a couple pieces of corn on each hook, or if you're trying to catch trout, we just put a worm on there with it. And then let's see, we got those. Got stuff falling all over the place here. Oh, here it is. So this is something else we figured out. This is a mule kicker, dodger, and giraffe, and it's copperback. And then I put another, this would be a salmon type trolling spoon or for lake trout. And I put that on there, and then I put one of those little disc things about 8 inches behind that. So, and then the corn behind that. It seems like the extra gear in the water really attracts the kokanee. So, oh, here comes James to help. So, anyway, but like, let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, we got the Coke. So these are the Coke Killer Dodgers. They're a little bit different than the mule kicker. You want to show these to them? And then there's a lot of times I'll do the mule kicker, and this one's got moon jelly with some orange crushed tape on it. And it's just, this is the old original ones that we were making out of stainless steel. And they work pretty good all the time. So, the moon jelly is a UV reflectant, and then the orange crush seemed to make a big difference. I tried it with just the moon jelly. Once I put that on there, it was really working good. Yeah. So anyway, what else do we got there to show off? That's a Coke Killer spoon that he's got. That's the original one that I designed. And it's copperback, and it glows a little bit, but not with the chartreuse paint. It doesn't really glow that good. So all of these stuff we can get at gyrolures.com. We got all that, can get there. And normally I got the corn cure too that we developed, that we cure the corn with. I have a video on YouTube about curing the corn for bait. So if you look up Warren Frederickson Outdoors on YouTube, you can see how to put that together. What else should we talk about?
We talked about
Depth control, speed control.
speed control.
Yeah. I normally run 12 to 15 pound on my reel because it sticks in the downrigger release better. If you're fishing like shaver or new Maloney's where there's bigger fish, it's nice to have that bigger line, but because they fight pretty hard even though they're not very big fish. But, and then I don't like using braid on them. Braid doesn't have any stretch, so they're real soft mouths. So if you using braid, you end up pulling the hooks out of them quite a bit. So I don't anymore. When I was a kid, I did. But nowadays, you use the rods are so designed right for kokanee. James uses a higher end rod about the edge rods, and I've been just using the old Eagle Claw kokanee featherlight rods. Both work really well.
It's just how you play the fish.
Yeah, and they're pretty soft tip with a little bit of backbone towards the bottom. Oh, I use a 7'6" and 9 foot. Yeah.
All depends on what you like,
Yeah.
how you're gonna fish. You know, a lot of people just like reeling like that, slow reel,
Yeah.
constant pressure.
Yep. I normally start out trolling at 1.3, and I'll just keep bumping the speed up a little bit until we figure out what they want that day.
Come on, you have to figure. That's the big thing.
Yeah, we catch them at 1.8. It seems like you get much over 1.8 and they don't like to bite it. But 1.3, 1.5 seems to be our normal range.
We'll even go down to 1.
Yeah, some days, yeah, we
some
even
days
troll
we'll go
slower.
1 'cause if they're not biting it anywhere else,
Yeah, we just,
just slow down. Let them
Yeah.
come up to it.
most time it seems like faster works
Yes,
better.
yes.
Kind of excites them, or he just makes them angry or whatever happens. Yeah. Yeah, you want it pretty short.
Well, all these do is just go back and forth like this.
So, yeah. So this leader's about 10 inches long, and when it kicks, it makes the hoochie dance around a little bit. And then the smile blade on these add a little vibration to it too. Not as much as my Kokanee disc, but
That'll just spin.
the main thing is not to get this leader very long,
You don't want to go
any more than a foot. I think 8 to 10 inches is probably best most of the time. Yeah,
And a lot of times it's just that 2 inches though.
yeah, make a big difference. Yeah.
So you always got to, try something else.
There's a lot of times we'll shorten them up while we're out fishing. So
You want to touch them?
we haven't. But if we were fishing a lake that had Mackinaw or bigger fish,
Yeah.
that might be a good idea. Because they'll bite these. Yeah, these were originally, when I designed them, they were originally for salmon and stuff like
You
that.
like
So,
those? You want to eat it? She goes, yeah.
so,
You want to eat it? You want to eat those fishes? No.
so,
No.
yeah. So anyway, where do you fish at? Shaver? Yeah. We did pretty good. What did we get in the Shaver tournament?
10, 12.
Yeah, I think we got 10th. First time we ever fished the lake. so it was a lot of pretty big fish in there. The tournament's usually in September, so they're starting to turn a little bit by then. But yeah. Can't get in there. Yeah. Me and James won the New Bullards Bar Kokanee Power Tournament last year. Yeah. Yeah.
Give him a call. And,
Yeah. Just look me up and we'll take you out.
Yep.
I only live 15 minutes from the lake, so. So, and I work there every day, so it helps a little bit. But, so, anyway, I see the boss is coming here.
No, I'm just passing through. Keep talking.
Keep talking,
I'm
huh?
not here to interrupt.
Okay. So what other questions you got for us? Can't think of anything? Okay. So if you, I got a YouTube channel, it's Warren Frederickson Outdoors, and we show everything that we do. On our videos, we show the depth, we show the lures we're using.
We're pulling them out.
Yeah,
You'll see
Yeah.
everything there.
there's a lot of people that do YouTube stuff that don't really show everything. They try to hide it. We just show everything. We figure if you're going to catch fish, you're going to want to do that. Yeah. We want to be sure everybody's happy and catches fish.
And the limit up there at Bullards Bar is 10.
It's 10
10
fish.
Kokanee.
Yeah. So, and they're delicious.
And they're, right now they're about 13 to 15 inches long.
Yeah. So they're pretty nice. They're not big ones like the Maloney's or up at Shaver, but they're real nice. And you get a bunch of them. So, and there is some 15 to 17 inches in there.
There's bigger ones too.
Yeah.
You just gotta know where to go.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, you got to go out and kind of hunt them around a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, if there's no more questions, we'll probably end the seminar here. So, okay, guys, thanks for watching the video, and you guys know how to look me up, and we'll be around here for a little bit, and then if you got questions, just send me a question on the Instagram or Facebook or on YouTube. And my YouTube channel is Warren Frederickson Outdoors for the Instagram people and Facebook people. And for you guys, you just know where to get me already. So anyway, thanks for watching. How's that?